conversation. So watch this. When Jason Kidd went to the finals twice, he was more valuable to his team than probably anybody in the entire league. Because when he ain't on the court, they don't make the playoffs.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Because Kidd was really a top 5 basketball player in the NBA.
Right. Exactly. You being more valuable to your team does not change the order of operations of who's better in the NBA. That don't change nothing. Like in the playoffs when Sacramento played the Lakers, Mike Bibby was more valuable to his team than a lot of other players. That doesn't make him better. That's two different conversations.
I'm here.
So Jason, what I said was when New Jersey went to the finals twice, Jason Kidd was more valuable to his team than probably anybody in the league at that time because there was nobody in the league.
I'm about to say you like Troy in a second.
So being more valuable being more valuable to your team doesn't make you a better player than someone else.
So
that's
you're
not
saying,
even the same
so you're saying Paul Pierce is better than Chris Paul in 08?
Hell
no.
Yes.
No.
Chris Paul, watch this. Y'all ready? Tell me y'all favorite. Tell me y'all favorite Chris Paul playoff moment, and I'll try not to fall asleep.
Oh my God! That part.
And I'll try not to say. No. Don't say oh my God. Don't say oh my God.
Somebody in 08, bro.
Look.
Stick to 08.
Don't say oh my God. Just tell me.
No, stick to 08. What happened in 08?
Don't say oh my God. Tell me.
He was what? MVP voting that year?
No, he's second MVP. But I'm talking about behind Kobe and LeBron.
Who cares? So watch.
We're talking about 08.
So the order of the MVP voting determines the best players in the league.
Bro, he
had
we
go by.
better season than
we going by? Okay, cool then. So when I bring up the actual order of MVP voting, y'all got to tell me those are the order of the guys every year.
I'm saying
we gonna switch it when we feel like.
Okay. Hold on.
We gonna switch it when we feel like.
My question is, did Paul Pierce had a better 08 besides finals? Did he have a better 08 than
Why
Chris
are we
Paul?
saying
yes or no?
Not look besides this?
Did he have a better overall year than Chris Paul?
He had Kevin Garnett. One guy had Tyson Chandler.
Listen, no.
Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen as your sidekick.
He was a better player. We're not talking about who had a better season.
I said who's a better player that year?
Right. He was a better player. That's why. Watch this. That's why in the fourth quarter of games all season, people pissing on themselves when Paul Pierce got the ball. Nobody cares that Chris Paul got.
Talking about that's fourth quarter. You're talking about. I asked who had the better season, bro. Who had the better season?
He was a better player. We're not talking about stats. Are y'all talking about stats? Is that what y'all saying?
I'm asking you.
He did have better stats. Yeah, Chris Paul had
better stats. Paul Pierce was a better player.
No. Was he? No. He had Kevin Garnett.
You just saying no.
A nigga averaging 20 and 10.
No, but you're not saying nothing. No. Yeah.
So a nigga that averaged 17 on that team?
22 and 11 with 49% shooting.
No. What Paul Pierce averaged in 08?
Who pausing? What y'all pausing?
He really care about the stats. And Deon ain't saying bring up stats.
I literally.
He never said about stats.
Right. I literally don't.
Well, he jumped. He jumped for them.
I literally don't. So there was Paul played a different role that year. He like, yo, we gonna roll, and then when it's time, when the game on the line, give me the rock, and we finna win. Chris Paul ain't never done that in his life. From Wake Forest all the way up. That's why he always.
Hold on. Did you not watch Game 7 against the Spurs? Game 7 against the Spurs as a Clipper?
Did you just pick out 8 games? Listen, watch this. Watch this, y'all. Ready? Y'all ready? He had to pick out 8 games in a 20-year career. That means it's rare.
It's not rare.
It is rare. Hold on. What's rare is him actually winning in the playoffs. That's rare. That's the numbers.
If Paul Pierce don't get KG,
he's never hurt. He's always hurt in the playoffs. What are we talking about?
Nobody cares about that.
Paul Pierce was no different than Jimmy Butler before he got KG and Ray Allen, bro. No different.
So you called him playoff Jimmy. So you made a wrong comparison. You
No,
made a
I'm just
wrong. You
saying.
said Jimmy was
putting
him.
this dude Paul
You
Pierce in such a high
said Jimmy
regard
was
off of
him.
one season,
You
bro.
He basically
Paul
said you
Pierce
said
calling
played
this a
for
Jimmy was
1
playoff
year.
Jimmy, so
no.
you think he better than everybody.
He played good for 2 years out of a 16-year career.
Actually, y'all starting to expose y'all youth because y'all don't remember when
Oh
when he
my
went
God,
crazy
they
against
went to the
Indiana.
second
Y'all
round.
y'all don't remember when he went crazy against Indiana. Y'all don't
Yeah,
remember when he went
They
crazy
down
against
Harrington
Philly.
with
went to the
Y'all
second
don't
second
remember
round.
none of
round.
that.
They
Y'all don't
went to
remember
the
none of that.
second round.
So
That
y'all
was a
Nope,
can
four.
because he didn't get the
y'all
first.
so
Five.
hold on.
That was a 4
Y'all
versus
can
We
name
five
talking
one
about
game.
playoff. That
2008.
was a 4
Hold on
versus
real
5.
quick. So I'm
That was a
confused. I'm confused. So
that was a 4
y'all
versus
named
5.
one game. Y'all named one game. I named 2 series, and y'all saying,
Hold on.
"Oh,
I got one question.
you remember that one
No, one
game when
question.
he did that?" And I named
One
2
question.
series.
Did he
I'm
ever touch
confused.
the Eastern
So Chris
Conference?
Paul,
My question.
didn't get the Warriors up out of
Hold on,
there.
Fred.
He wasn't getting the
Hold on.
Warriors the fuck up out of
Hey,
there.
hold on.
Huh?
What
Hold
you talking about?
So
I'm
Chris Paul
confused. What'd you just say?
wasn't getting the Warriors the fuck up
on.
out of there. Huh?
Hey, Trey.
When they beat him
Them
in one
like
series?
baby
What you talking
stepping
about?
them
Hold
was
on, real.
getting
I got something
no.
for you. I
Hold
got
on.
something
My
for
one
you,
question. My one
real quick.
question. When it was just him and Antoine Walker, how far did they ever go in the playoffs?
First round.
As far as
Some of
Chris
them
Paul
niggas
did
get
back then.
dubbed out.
As far as Chris Paul did back then. Am I lying?
He was going to the Western
So
Conference
who's
Finals.
better
Going to
then?
the second
Who
round.
went to the Western Conference Finals back then? Do push-ups,
Chris
Trevor,
Paul.
for lying.
He ain't made it. He
Hold
only
on.
made it like with Phoenix,
I got a
Washington, and
Listen, I got a magazine in here of the predictions of, if I can find it, of the NBA Finals. And they told me before the season, 2 years in a row, that Chris Paul was going to the finals. And I didn't see him there. That means that his team was predicted to
How
go.
many times
And
Paul
he ain't
Pierce
versus
has
the
go.
gone to the
Clippers.
finals,
Probably
bro?
Now,
the Clippers, right?
He went twice, right?
watch this. Now watch this. Y'all ready?
Paul Pierce went to the finals
KG
twice,
and
right?
Ray Allen. I would have got to the
Yeah,
conference
but y'all,
finals with
I'm
him.
confused. I thought y'all said that was the thing.
Yeah.
No, the conversation was in '08. Is Chris Paul better than Paul Pierce? In '08, yes. At the end of the day, yes.
No,
What do you mean? Yes.
no,
So was he number
He
three?
no.
averaged 21 and 12, cuz.
I don't. I
I
don't.
don't care.
Let me
You
say
can't
this
say
one
I
thing.
don't
Y'all
care.
ready?
That's a
Watch
part of
this.
the
You ready?
game.
Look at this. Look at this. You ready? I don't care what he averaged.
Then what
When
does
I
it
watch
matter? What are you
the
talking
game,
about?
when I
Overall
watch the
player
game, if I'm coaching, who am I saying is more dangerous to my team?
against if
Chris
you're dealing with
Paul.
Chris Paul,
It
bro, you know Paul
what
Pierce is
point?
going to do one
Based
thing,
on
bro.
what? I'm
Paul Pierce is
confused.
going to
Based
do
on
one
what?
thing:
You
score.
talking about? You talk. Hold on. You
He
talking
said
about
he's
dribble out?
scoring.
You talking
Damn.
about dribble out the clock? You talking about dribble out the
I don't
clock,
care
Chris
about
Paul?
none of
Or you talking
that.
about dribble out of bounds, Chris Paul? You talking about foul down a 3-pointer,
I'm
Chris Paul? Or
talking
you
about
talking
Mr.
about shoot the ball
Mr.
from half court
22
trying to
and
get a
10,
foul,
bro.
Chris
I can
Paul?
score and
Because
I'm
all
getting my
this
team
And
happens
won
in
20
real life.
points.
55 games with
All of that
Tyson
happens in
Chandler at
real life.
center.
Y'all know that, right? Y'all do know that, right?
What are you saying?
That
That
means
Paul
that
Pierce was still better than Chris Paul in '08? No. It
Chris
doesn't
yes,
Paul
matter.
went to the Western
yes.
Conference
Because
Finals.
no, it doesn't matter.
What? Yeah. Hold on. What team? What team was Chris Paul on? Oh wait.
Wait a
The
minute, didn't Chris
Hornets.
Paul go to the Western Conference Finals twice with the Rockets?
What you just say?
Didn't he go to the
He went
Western
What you
once.
Conference?
just say?
I
No,
thought
he
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 went
went
one.
What did you
once.
just say?
they lost in the second round the other time.
Okay,
Okay,
watch
so he
this. So
went once with the
so
Rockets.
so we so
He
so
went to the
we
championship with
so
the
you
Suns.
saying what you're saying is when Chris Paul got worthy teammates, he made it to the Western Conference Finals,
Same
right?
thing with Paul Pierce.
Okay,
Yeah.
when Paul Pierce got worthy teammates, he went to the NBA Finals.
And won
What are
one
we
ring,
talking
right?
about?
One
Did
ring,
he
right?
go twice? Did he go twice or
He
no?
did.
He won one ring, right?
Did he go to the finals twice or no?
Won one ring, right?
How many did Chris Paul win?
Mm.
If that's your conversation,
No.
how many did Chris Paul win? Okay,
No.
then. So he got one more than Chris.
Okay, so who overall career better
So
then?
that's so
Let's
that's
see that
one.
then.
Who
Who
had a
overall career better?
He
better
got Chris
career?
Paul over
Chris,
Who
him
got a
Chris
better
overall.
Paul
overall
had a
career?
better career. Chris Paul had a better career.
Who had a better
Yeah.
wait?
I didn't say who had a better
Yeah,
OA. I said
No,
who
that's
better
what the
player.
he's saying
conversation
better
was. Who had a
player.
He
better
was a
08?
better player in OA.
What's
Yes.
better player?
I'm
Define better player for me.
taking
No,
I'm
no, no, no,
taking
no, no,
Paul
no, no, no,
Pierce
no, no, no. I
on
don't
my
care about who you
team
taking.
because he's
I said
better.
define better player. What's better player?
The better player is the
Just
guy
because
who
I
put the
don't want to hear
most.
just because somebody closed out in the fourth quarter. Give me something
That's
better
the
than that.
case.
That's
So that
lazy.
They
don't
That's a
taking
matter.
Kobe
lazy
over LeBron,
argument.
right? If that's the case.
That's a lazy argument.
Actually,
That's
it
a
isn't because if
lazy.
you have so if one guy can't and the other guy can, that don't matter.
Don't.
Because watch this. If
That's
I
a
heard
Chris
you
lazy
Paul
say that.
could,
argument, bro.
hey, watch
We're talking
this.
about one
Watch
quarter of the
this.
game, bro.
What? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm emphasizing a quarter. That's two different things.
You're talking
If Chris Paul,
about one quarter.
but
You're emphasizing it because that's the only thing you can talk about.
I promise you, if Chris Paul was closing like Paul did, you would use it right now.
I would.
You would say, yeah, but Chris Paul do too. You
no,
I
would.
He ain't had to close
but
games
you,
away because they was
you know why
everybody.
you can't say it? You know why you can't say it?
I can bring up so many other aspects of the game somebody affects.
Because he don't.
You're talking about
you can't say it because he
quarter.
don't. Because he don't. No, I'm not talking about. Listen, I'm saying when your team needs you.
And Chris Paul just was a shell of himself in the fourth quarter all the time.
No superstar
Okay,
is.
so explain
no
to me better player.
No superstar is. What I'm saying is Paul Pierce was elite when it came to that.
He was a great closer,
he
right?
was elite when it came to that.
He was a great closer. That's a great attribute.
Chris ain't in your top 50 closers ever. Chris ain't in
I don't need him to
your
be
top
that though.
75 closers.
I never needed Chris Paul to be that because you know why?
Very low.
Okay.
That's very low. And watch this. Everybody on my better list. Everybody on my better list is somewhere on there.
Hold on. Before you jump to your next point. You said Chris Paul is not on my top 75 list to be a closer. I don't ask Chris Paul to be a closer. You ask
because he can't. Of course.
Hold on. Listen, Deon. I let you talk, bro.
Of course.
Let me finish.
Of course.
Let me finish, bro. Golly. He's closed games before. At the end of the day, he has. Is he a better closer than Paul Pierce? I'll never argue that. Is he a better passer than Paul Pierce? Is he a better person to get your teammates involved? Even those people that you don't sit up there and say, like, oh, you wouldn't think Mo Pete always kill you. But no, he can get Mo Pete going. He got David West paid. He got Tyson Chandler paid. At the end of the day, Paul Pierce never got nobody else paid. Paul Pierce never got nobody else involved in the game. At the end of the day, that wasn't his job. His job was to score. What was Chris Paul's job? To do everything else, right? To score and to get people involved. So that's a better player overall. Hold on. Did Paul Pierce ever touch a top all-defensive team?
So the argument is...
Did he ever touch an all-defensive team?
No, he didn't. Neither did Isaiah Thomas. What's your point?
Did Paul Pierce ever touch...
Numbers-wise, is Chris Paul is better than Isaiah Thomas, right, by the numbers.
What are you talking about?
I never said by look at it. Yeah.
No, I said by player.
Listen.
I said overall.
But y'all
actually see my point, bro.
Did they not bring up Chris Paul stats from that year or no? Did we talk about that?
We did. We
all earlier.
That's a fact.
I just say stats.
That's a fact.
I never said nothing about stats today.
By the numbers, Chris Paul is better than Isaiah Thomas. But he ain't.
But he's not.
But he ain't.
Did I bring up numbers? I said what they were asked to do.
And another thing is,
and I said all defense, and he had to play defense.
You said two things that was the same thing. I heard you. You said he passed the ball better and he get his teammates involved better. That's the same thing. Thing. Yes.
It's not the same thing.
Yes, the greatest passer. That's the whole point of passing.
No, you can be a great passer.
Otherwise, you're not a great passer.
Let's be real.
There are no great passers that don't do that. That don't even make sense. Where
they are.
Jason Williams.
This is what I'm saying.
Name a great passer.
No, listen. You're talking about a person that played point guard that paid
me too.
Stuff like that.
Yes, that's what I do.
Listen.
Go ahead.
You did
I want to name somebody in the history of basketball.
This is what I'm saying. Okay, let me rephrase this then, just so I can be crystal clear for you. Passing can be about setting up the offense. It's not about necessarily getting assists. You can set up an offense by being a great passer. You can set up a hockey assist because you made a great pass, which opened up another pass. I'm not saying assist. I'm saying
all of that means you got your teammates involved.
Okay, we can put them together. But like I said,
yes, overall, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna argue that part. I'm saying what I'm saying. I said overall, at the end of the day, you just said about Paul Pierce, he's a great closer. He's a fourth quarter closer. Chris Paul is not a closer.
Lonnie, I'm gonna take the argument. This is the person I will use.
I'm gonna pick my team and I'm beating y'all every time.
Because
y'all looking at basketball in a whole different way. Y'all gonna lose.
Listen, because Jason Williams is a good passer, but I wouldn't say that he's great at getting his team involved.
Thank you.
Cause number
Difference.
one, he's a flashy passer. He's not a great passer. That's goofy. Number two, everybody that's been a great passer in the history of basketball, the reason they're a great passer is because it makes the game easier for their teammates and they get their teammates involved. Otherwise, they wouldn't be called great passers. That don't even make sense.
Hold on.
What about Russell Westbrook with all his assists?
That don't make sense.
And exactly.
But do we call Russ? No.
Hold on.
Y'all call Russ a great passer? Who called Russ a great passer?
No, I ain't never
So
called him a great passer. I'm just talking.
What I said was, let me repeat it. Every great passer in the history of basketball has gotten their teammates involved.
So it's okay. So is Russ a
y'all
great passer?
disagreeing with that just for the sake of disagreeing?
Yeah.
So
The question is he better than Chris Paul in 08 though?
So no.
Yeah, Chris Paul is a great passer.
Is Russell Westbrook a great passer?
No.
Okay. I'm not even gonna argue nothing. I'm just
he
asking.
averaged 11 assists.
Hold on, Dre.
We don't care about that.
Is James Harden a great passer?
Say it again.
Is James Harden a great passer?
Actually, he's an elite passer.
Okay, I'm just asking. Like I said, I'm just naming names. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm asking names. Obviously, Magic Johnson, the best passer.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Okay, Jokic, great passer, right?
Great
passer.
Would you call Jamal Murray a great passer?
No.
But he averaged 10 assists, right?
Right.
And it don't necessarily matter, right?
That's why the numbers don't matter to me.
Hold on. It don't necessarily matter, right?
Right.
I'm agreeing with you, right? Listen, just let me finish my point, bro. I'm agreeing with you. But when you look at Chris Paul, would you say great passer and he gets his teammates involved? It's two different things, right?
I don't think they do different things.
Though. You just said that. You said the stats don't matter, right?
No, I didn't. I said a great passer always gets his teammates involved. What are we talking about?
We got him.
No.
I think we got him.
He don't
I said a great passer. No. Not one of those players that I said was great passers don't get their teammates involved. Both of y'all actually kind of slow. Mute yourself.
No, I'm not.
I said exactly this. You named everybody that I said that I agree was a great passer gets their teammates involved. So I'm confused on how you think that means something else.
Right?
They are.
Hold on. But my argument,
everybody you named that I said was a great passer gets their teammates involved. Nothing changed. Nothing.
Okay, Deon. Hold on. I'll ask you this. Does Russell Westbrook get his teammates involved?
No.
Okay. Does James Harden? No. Does James Harden get his teammates involved?
No.
No. When he was in Brooklyn, that's what he did. In Philly, that's what he did. That's a fact.
What about in the Rockets?
No, he did in the Rockets. He was heliocentric. Right. So that's the difference when you just getting stats versus you getting your teammates involved. He was not a great passer. He was heliocentric. He was heliocentric in Houston. That's a fact.
Okay. Did Chris Paul just get stats? Will you say those are empty stats, his assists? I'm asking.
In the years where they didn't make the playoffs.
No, I'm just saying not making the play. I'm saying in general, when you look at Chris Paul, you say he may get 10 assists or he may get 12 assists.
Some of them years in Lob City did seem that way to me.
Okay, but even in New Orleans, we'll say New Orleans where he had a weaker.
No.
That was great.
I got it.
Level point guard play. Elite point guard play.
You breaking up. I'm gonna ask you this question, cuz.
Go ahead.
So we believe that Russell Westbrook gets like what is it, like empty assists, right?
That's empty stats.
Empty stats.
Shot clock running out. I watched that shit.
Do we believe at times that James Harden gets empty stats?
I believe early in his career he did. I believe once he stopped playing heliocentric in Brooklyn and Philly, he did not. It's not. I don't understand why we can't separate years.
Do we believe that Chris Paul got empty stats?
I believe that some of the time in Lob City they were empty.
I do not.
Okay,
I cannot.
Listen. I don't know why y'all don't understand. They didn't get anything substantive out that squad. And they were predicted to win the championship. There's a reason.
Right.
Listen to what I'm saying. There's
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Deon, you got to leave out and come back in. Your Wi-Fi tripping.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on. What I'm on something. I froze?
Yeah, it's like robot. It
Like,
sound
yeah, you might have to.
Hold on. I don't know
like
why. I went off my thing.
You
Am I
sounding
still
like
like that?
Thriller.
You sound like RoboCop
Yeah, nah.
with a defect.
No, Drake
Hold on. Let
Drake
me
said
see
so. The
something.
pick and roll seats are empty.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So Chris Paul
watch this. You ready?
that goes
So
back to my point.
no, I'm gonna give you an example so that y'all can understand what I'm saying. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
So when Detroit had a hard time beating Boston, right? They changed to side pick and roll and killed Boston to get to the NBA Finals. Isaiah Thomas led that charge. Those weren't empty points. When he was with Kelly Tripucka and they was
Fellas, Deon.